Good morning, Alex. It's Wednesday. I'm going to start today with saying I'm sorry that I didn't post a video last Friday, but I was sick. I'm still feeling weak, though, so most of this may be unusable crap. But here goes nothing. You said in your last video that math is an art form. However, most people don't think of it as such, or at least I didn't used to think of it as such. When I was younger and I thought I hated math, it was because I hated what I didn't understand. However, today, I'm going to argue in the favor of mathematics being an art, and I'm going to try and do it in the most logical way as I possibly can. Coming across the text below me is the definition of art as defined by Google. Now, this definition can be looked at a number of different ways because you first have to define a number of words in this definition, including expression, human, creative, skill, and imagination. Also, and. However, let's assume we already know the definition of those words. In other words, let's skip over the hardest part. Now, using this definition, this very strict, also very broad definition of art, let's look at math in relation to it. According to this definition, art must both contain creative skill and imagination, but it also has to express something. I don't know about you, but when I'm doing some math, I'm very creative. In all seriousness, in order to figure out how to arrive at specific answers in mathematics, you have to become very creative. You have to use everything that you have in your mental space in order to get there. Now, under the imaginary part of the definition that we looked at, there is even a subset of numbers in mathematics entitled imaginary numbers, meaning you have to use your imagination in order to understand them. Finally, let's look at expression. Now, the main argument against math being an art is that math is a tool. If math is a tool, can a hammer or a wrench be an art? Doesn't drawing or painting help a person recover from trauma? Hasn't music been proven to help the elderly and mentally deficient become happier? Hasn't writing... but I'm biased against writing. Through the three criteria in this definition given to me by the interwebs, math is an art. That's too easy though. Googling things and assuming they're correct. I've made up a definition of art that I've used for a number of years. You'll see it at the bottom of this video. We've already discussed creative and imaginative undertaking, or discussed them as much as I'd like in this video. Instead, let's look at the last part of the definition on the bottom of the screen. In the pursuit of truth. Now, I've arrived at this definition through the use of literature and writing. I think that a book can only be considered art if it helps the writer discover his own version of truth, or, in other words, help the writer understand himself or herself a little bit better. Math, in this undertaking, is so incredibly useful it's not even funny. Math is the basest and most prime science. It is the foundation for everything we have ever learned about anatomy, astronomy, astrophysics, biology, and a bunch of other sciences I don't care to name. It is through the creation and understanding of the world that math is art. Alex, I'll see you on Friday.